Macmillan Audio presents Voices in Summer by Rosamunde Pilcher. Read for you by Jilly Bond. Chapter 1. Hampstead. The doctor's receptionist, a pretty girl in horn-rimmed spectacles, saw Laura to the door, opened it for her, and stood aside, smiling, as though the visit had been a social one that they had both enjoyed. Beyond the open door, scrubbed steps led down into Harley Street, sliced by the houses opposite into bright sunlight and dark shadow. "It's a lovely afternoon," the receptionist remarked. And indeed it was. The end of July now, and fine and bright. She wore a crisp skirt and blouse and nylon tights on her well-rounded legs, and business-like black court shoes, but Laura wore a cotton dress and her legs were bare. There was, however, a freshness to the brisk breeze that swept the summer streets, and she had tied a pale cashmere cardigan by its sleeves around her shoulders. Laura said yes, but couldn't think of anything else to say about the weather. She said thank you, although the receptionist hadn't done anything very much, except announce her arrival for her appointment with Dr. Hickley and then, 15 minutes later, appear to take her away again. "Not at all. Goodbye, Mrs. Haverstock." "Goodbye." The shiny black painted door closed behind her. Laura turned her back on the facade of the handsome, imposing house and walked a little way down the pavement of the terrace, where she had found, by some miracle, an empty parking meter and had been able to leave her car. She stooped to unlock the door, and there was a stir from the back seat, and as she got in behind the wheel, Lucy leapt lightly over the back of the seat into her lap, stood on her back legs with plumy tail waving full tilt, and gave Laura's face a quick and affectionate wash with her long pink tongue. "Oh, poor little Lucy, you must be boiling." She had left a bit of window open, but still the inside of the car was like an oven. She reached up and opened the sunroof, and at once everything felt a bit better. Cool air circulated, and hot sunshine struck the top of her head. Lucy panted obligingly for a moment or two, as proof of her own personal doggy discomfort, her forgiveness, and her love. Her love was all for Laura. Despite this, she was a polite little creature, with charming manners, and made a point of greeting Alec each evening when he came back from work. Alec always told people that when he married Laura, he got a sort of job lot, like a man at an auction sale. A new wife, with a dog thrown in. When she was desperate for a confidant, Laura told Lucy things, secrets that she could safely divulge to no other person. Not even Alec. Especially Alec, because the secret thoughts were usually about him. Sometimes she wondered about other married women. Did they have secret thoughts from their husbands? Marjorie Anstey, for instance, who had been married to George for 16 years and organised his entire life, from clean socks to aeroplane tickets. And Daphne Boulderstone, who flirted outrageously with every man she met and was constantly being spied in discreet restaurants, lunching intimately with some other woman's husband. Did Daphne take Tom into her confidence? Laughing, perhaps, at her own foolishness? Or was Tom cool and detached? Disinterested, even, as he usually appeared? Perhaps he simply didn't care. Perhaps next week, when they were all in Scotland together, at Glenchandra for the long-planned fishing holiday, Laura would have time to observe these marriages and come to some sort of a conclusion. She took a deep breath, maddened by her own stupidity. What was the point of sitting here, fabricating these random possibilities, when now she wasn't even going to Scotland? Dr. Hickley had minced no words about this. Let's get it over as soon as possible. Waste no time. A couple of days in hospital and then a good rest. What Laura had dreaded had happened. She put Daphne and Marjorie out of her head. Alec. She must concentrate on Alec. She must be dynamic and decisive and work out a plan of action. Because whatever happened, Alec must go to Glenchandra with the others. Laura would have to be left behind. This
Sample complete. Ready to continue?